Hey gang, Ryan here. Welcome on back to the Cade as we are carrying on with our revisitation of Metal Gear Solid from 1998 for the PlayStation 1. The last episode saw us get through a lot, but also we had to wade through a lot. We had our first encounter with Sniper Wolf, Foxhound's elite sharpshooter. We got past her, but in the process of trying to get to the next part of the game, we were captured, which was a plot armor component that you can't ignore, because it then puts us face to face for the first time with Liquid Snake, who is the only other member of Foxhound to have ever gotten our code name, as well as being in the good graces of our buddy Revolver Ocelot, who proceeded for a good part of the last episode to torture us to try and get information about what we knew about Metal Gear. Between those sessions, we were dropped off in this cell where we were also in the company of a roommate who happens to be quite dead and quite pungent. This is the DARPA chief, except from what we can tell, he's been quite dead for quite a while, which begs the question, who was it that met us in the early part of the game when we got card 1? It turns out that is actually Decoy Octopus who we met, and what they did was, because he was a master of disguise, he made himself look like the DARPA chief, and then he died. So what we have to do now in this episode is, now that we were able to get out of our holding cell by tricking the guard, now we've got to carry on and get back to the communications tower and deal with stopping Liquid Snake and Metal Gear. So we got all of our gear back, including all of our weaponry. We've got all of our rations and everything here. So now we just got to get moving. And where we actually come out through this door is floor B1 of the first building we were in. What we need to do is we need to go down to floor B2, because we desperately need to stock up on ammo and other incidentals. And because I have a silenced SOCOM pistol, I can pick up a lot more stuff. And I can also get past the guards and not worry about getting shot. Or at least not giving them reason to cause an alarm. So we'll see where this guard goes. Pick up some more C4. Whoa. I don't have to worry about Nikita missiles for a while, but those will be nice to have in a pinch. See where this guard is going. Is he coming down or is he going up? Alright, so I think we've got all the gear that we really need, although we should see if there's anything else over here that we might need to pick up. I don't think there is, because this is where Baker was. And hopefully that didn't reset everything over here with the guards. It did. That's what I was hoping to avoid. Which way is he gonna go? He's gonna go that way. Alright, come around here because he's gonna go back up. You gotta make sure you hear him make that sound to keel over. If you don't, he can still sound an alarm and bring in an entire squad to take you down. That is a real pain in the butt. Alright, so we'll come back out here between buildings 1 and 2, and now we have to put the mine detector back on. Because there will be claymores out here. Quite a lot, as you see. And we haven't been able to pick up a lot of them in a while, so we will have more than enough to get through the rest of the game, because the claymores are going to come in real handy when it is time to fight Ocelot, or not Ocelot, but Raven a second time. Alright, equip the card again. And go back into building 2. Now there should still be a ration sitting here. Now the problem is, because this area will have the warheads in it, we still aren't going to be able to use our weapons here, which is really freaking annoying, because I'd love to be able to just pop these guys and carry on with the mission. But we get chaff grenades, which we need. Regular grenades we don't need. Oh, and the jerk. Oh, it's just as the elevator was getting there, too.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
I thought I was able to get that open, and turned out did not help. It's still easily the most annoying part of the game for me. Because now I gotta wait for this wahoo to go by me. I gotta sit tight right here. Now go get the chaff grenades again. And get in here quick. There we go. And whilst we are here, now that we've got out of that section, pop him. Get stun grenades. Don't need any more Nikita missiles. Oh, come on, let me in the door. And there's nothing down here. Got more diazepam, although I'm not necessarily going to need it. More FAMAS bullets. Put him down. So now we finally get the medicine, and the medicine, the cold medicine, can help us out if we start showing signs of like genuinely having a cold. I've never really found any other reason to have it. And before we carry on that way, I want to go down to B2 and make sure there's everything that we've gotten out of here. So you remember, this is where the electrified floor was, and where we need the gas mask. To get through this area. So we don't need rations. No stun grenades. So that's card 3, and we've already been in there. But there's something in here we need to get. So, what I need now is I need a chaff grenade. Thermal goggles. More C4. And there's nothing else around here. So now what I can do is I can simply just make for the door. All right. So now that we've stocked up on all that stuff, we'll go back up and go out through where Mantis's office was. And back towards the communications tower. Really quick, we'll do a sweep, make sure there's nothing of note in here that we gotta grab. I don't think there is. No. There's ammunition and stuff down here at the bottom. Now, something that Otacon gave us while we were in captivity is going to help us out here in dealing with the dogs. Like I said, there was two options we could utilize here. We could have them pee on us, and that ingratiates us to them. Or we can grab this handkerchief. And even though we're going to have to find our way around in the dark, because we can't utilize both the goggles and the handkerchief, see, now the dogs like us because we smell like Sniper Wolf. So now we don't have to worry about shooting the dogs, which I am personally just fine with. I have no problem with dogs. I like dogs very much. So I am more than content to let the dogs do what they do. While I do what I do. So for the moment, I'm going to pop a ration because I know there's a ration over here. Handkerchief back on. Don't need to worry about FOMS bullets, PSG-1 bullets, diazepam. I think we are fully stocked. Okay. And just to make sure, I don't think the mines are back here from when we first came in with Meryl. I think they're all gone. They are. And now we have a quick cutscene with Meryl's blood still sitting there. Yeah, she got two in the leg. One in each leg, I should say. And then one in the left arm.
I can still help. I want to help you.
Quiet down. Save your strength.
So you figure she's got blood loss, considerable trauma, and at least a couple of broken bones. Because if those were through and throughs, especially the one in that upper arm, that went right through her bicep and through her humerus.
And don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Snake, about Meryl.
Colonel, I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
I wasn't able to protect her.
Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this.
No, you're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer.
And now we
to her
get another
dead father.
expo dump between Campbell and
She
Snake.
said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. but you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past. That road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure
So now we get the
just
full
fine.
pep talk from everybody
Melee.
involved.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
You're right. Meryl would say the same thing.
Snake,
What?
Meryl. She's pretty
And
special.
of course,
to you.
Naomi's got to step in at the very, very
Yes,
end.
she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
Yeah, do you
No,
want
I
me to
just-
save the world, or do you
I
want me
guess
to
it's
sit
in
there
the
and talk about,
genes.
like, dating?
Jeans.
This is
What are
not
you
how
talking about,
this
Colonel?
sort of stuff is supposed to go.
No, I just
Like,
remembered
we're on a
about
time
Naomi's
clock here, right?
grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became
And
an
now
adult.
we've got all this
My
stuff
grandfather
going on.
was
It's like,
already dead by the
guys,
time I learned about
have
him.
you
I never
forgotten
even
the
had a chance to
situation
meet
here?
him.
We are under quite a bit of pressure. This is not time for, like, revisitation of
back,
domestics and things like that. Okay, now that we're back underway. So now we've got to get to the top of the communications tower. And in this case, this is where having a machine gun, is going to come in really handy. Because we can't get up there this way. But what we need to do is we're going to have to run up a really, really, really long flight of stairs. So we get the rope. And now we're just gonna have to, whoa, we're gonna have to run. And pop a ration. And make sure we get around these corners cleanly. Because they're going to chase us all the way up. Now what stinks is that because we're using up quite a few rations, we can't go through that door. Ah, we died. This part is a bit tricky because once we get through here, it is seriously, the longer you sit and wait, the harder it becomes. Now, there is a point in the game where we get something we can have in our inventory, which is body armor. But there's no way to avoid this camera. Even if we dropped a chaff grenade, it would still set it off. Although I think we'll try it. Yeah, still sets it off. And then just get up the stairs and start moving. Now they're gonna keep chasing you. There's nothing we can do about that. But if you can get a good enough head start, pop a ration really quick. So that door, don't worry about it. Get the FAMAS bullets. Pick up that ration, and as soon as you grab it, eat it. All right, we're almost there. Oh, come on. Ah! The problem with having the machine gun is that it is so hard to aim. That you essentially got to be looking right at the guy you want to aim at. And you've got to be within close range to do it. Alright, I'm gonna take a ration. Damn it! Pretty much wasted that ration. Oh, you jerk. All right, go away. Really? But these guys are running down. Sheesh. I gotta be close to the top. Come on. How much further do I have to go? Really? Okay. There's clearly something I'm missing here, because that many guys coming down, I need to have something that mitigates the damage, because otherwise the amount of rations I have just does not work. So what I'll have to do is that between episodes, I'll have to go look back and see where I need to go to get the body armor. Because that's how you are able to withstand most of the damage you get in this part of the game. So, in the meantime, I'll be doing that. And then that might involve a little bit of backtracking on my end. If that does, then I will go and get that beforehand. And then we'll come back to here and we'll pick up where we left off. So, in the meantime, my name is Ronan. It has been great to spend this half an hour with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming. We will talk to you in episode 10 of our revisitation of Metal Gear Solid. Bye.